Hello and welcome back to Schwaadeheim map. We are on our way to the store because we need to pick up a windrower to windrow our crop, the hay that we were making in the previous episode, and we need to bale it ASAP. So as soon as possible because the rain is coming in a couple of hours. And I think we are going to lease some of our equipment, the baler and the windrower, because we do need money to buy a production plant. So I was looking through what is offered on this map, and there is a lot of different things. But we are going to buy an oil refinery, so oil mill, to make oil out of canola and possibly sunflowers if we are able to put some down. Okay, so let's check the windrowers over here. We're gonna take this one, lease for 1,000 pounds. Okay, and we go straight to the field with it. I know it's a little bit dark and I hope you will be able to see everything, but we don't have much choice. We are really up against the time. Because we do need to bale the whole field and then windrow the whole field and then bale it and then collect the bales before the rain starts falling, so we'll see if that is even possible. Otherwise, it's a really warm summer night. It's still 26 degrees. The temperature is falling, but it's still very warm outside. The other field that was cut for grass only to be turned into silage, we're gonna leave that as is. And we will row it and collect it with the forage wagon in at a future date, at a future time. And it's not as what I want to say. It's not so important to collect the grass there's going to be silage because it can be a little bit more moisture inside, but for the hay it's really not okay to if it gets wet. Okay, so the turning should be somewhere over here. Yeah, all the straw in the fields is also gonna get wet, but we don't have much we can do about it. It would be too big of a project to collect it all before the rain starts, so we're just gonna go with priorities, and our priority is hay at the moment. Here we are at the field, and I have forgotten to turn off the rear lights, so I was blinding the traffic all the way here. Okay, let me turn on the work lights. Okay, the windrower seems to be working very well. Okay, and we did get stuck on something. Luckily it has that metal drawbar around the protection. So even if you do hit something, you're not likely to break the windrower. Since this is not too big of a field, I think we're gonna be fine. We're gonna do it in relatively short time. Careful not to hit anything. Just a couple more passes up and down the field and we should be done with this. At this stage, with windrowing. These trailed windrowers have a nice feature of steering the rear wheels, so you can make tighter corners and you can pick up the grass even when it would be impossible with regular steering. So this is a good thing, a very ingenious solution of how it works actually. It doesn't have any hydraulics or any electronically powered machinery. All it has is just a rod that turns according to the tractor. Okay, let's set it up again to the windrow, which does make it a bit trickier to reverse if you don't understand how the wheels turn, but when you get the hang of it, it's really quite easy. Let's grab this last little piece, put it into a neat windrow, and here we are. We'll take the windrower back to the farm because we are going to be needing it very soon. for our silage grass field and for possibly to windrow the straw that lays on our fields, so we don't have to go up and down with the baler as much as we would, because it is a small combine and it makes a small, I mean, yeah, rows are very small and pretty much close together, so maybe we will help ourselves with that. Maybe not, I don't know. It works both ways. I was checking with the oil plant, the oil mill. It takes, I believe, 3 ingredients. Olives for olive oil. It takes sunflowers for sunflower oil and canola, respectively, for canola oil. At the moment we only have the canola crop in our bins, but we will seed more canola in the next period, in the next session, and possibly we will get a little bit more of what's it called, the sunflowers in the ground. That does mean that we need a planter of some sort. Just the lights on so I can see better. Yeah, so that means we do need to get a planter of some sort and a corn header or a sunflower header for the harvesting, but that is when everything is all ready to be harvested, which is another year. Okay, back to the store, pick up a baler. There is another thing that is also installed at the farmyard. It's a seed production unit, which means that we can put one of our crops in. We need to provide some herbicide and water, and when it does its work, it actually produces seed, so we don't need to buy any. We can make the seed at our yard and use it for seeding and use it for the garden plot that is also installed at our yard. So we are gonna be checking all those features, but at the moment the priority is the hay, because we do need it to feed our animals. Because I don't think I gave any food to our goats, or was it sheep? Yeah, it was sheep. The lambs are inside that pen. So let's choose a baler. Let's go with something cheap. See what we have. So Rotocut, this one is also cheap. Okay. So this one is the cheapest. Mascar. Additional stickers. No speed limit. No net wrap. Yes, main color. It's okay. Again, we're gonna be leasing this. And maybe we'll buy it afterwards, but the first is going to be the lease contract. And we also have to buy a net wrap. It's going to be here. But I think there should be white. Yeah, this one. Gonna go with this one. We have it vehicle. Three-point hitch. Okay, so we can take it with us on the tractor. I think. Let me just check beforehand that our tractor has a 3-point link at the front. It does. This is it. Three-point hitch. Okay, let's buy this. And let's fill the baler. And then we're gonna go around and hook it up to the tractor so we can take it with us. And that's how we don't have to come back with the car to load up the remaining mat wrap. Okay. And away we go. Let me just quickly check how much time we have left before rain. So at midnight, it's predicted it's going to start raining at midnight. That means we have just under 3 hours. We are coming back to the field. Let's turn on the work lights. That's it. And we can start. Give it a few seconds to spin up. And away we go. And we're done. So now we have to rush back to the farm to unhitch this machine and pick up the front loader tractor, one off. I think we're gonna take a Fendt because it has a CVT transmission and it's faster to use than the John Deere that has a manual gear shifting gears. Jump in front of this car, we are in a rush. Okay, the front loader is over there. So let me check if we have the... No, we have a pallet fork and we have a front loader shovel. Okay. And we are going to buy this one. This is for... we're gonna use this for transporting our pallets and... yeah, let's make it in green. Cool. We're gonna use it to transport our pallets and to transport the bales, because it is a lower sitting trailer and we can stack a lot on top of it. And let's go with bale spike. Go with automatic, I don't like, and have the middle. This is okay. Let's put it into transport position. We can't. Just hook up the cables. Now we should be able to. Yeah. We don't want to be going down the main road with the spikes pointing in front of us. And the moon seems to be very bright today. It's shining a lot of light down to help us do our job. Of course, it's doing that only for us and nothing else. If you believe. Slowly, we don't want to have an accident. So let's position the trailer to give us the best access. Let's unfold spikes. Yes, we do have them out. So the way I like to stack bales is on the flat piece of the flat side of the bale like this, and then you take another one, you put it beside the first one like this. And then you pick them both up and put them on a trailer. This is how you get them all neatly lined up. And put them a little bit back. Okay. But this is quite a heavy tractor and it has no problems picking up the bales. You can't even feel the weight. Okay, this is another 2 on the trailer. And I think we have only 3 left. Good. You can also do it from inside the cab. It is a bit more difficult than from the outside view, but if you have this realistic cab view mod enabled, you will have an easier time doing anything with the front loader, because you can lean in and you can judge the distance with moving your head like that. And okay, so let's scoot a bit forward. It does take a bit more time, but it can be done, and it's highly satisfying when you are successful with loading from inside the cab. So that means we have 7 bales. Okay, I'm gonna put them in the middle. Something like this. I think we are just a bit over the middle, but it doesn't really matter. Now let's go get the final one. And I think we can chalk it as a success. So yeah, as I said before, that I was expecting around 6 bales. I guess I was not wrong. It was 7 bales in the end. Okay. And done. Now let's fold the tines back in. Are they in? Yes, they are. You always have to be mindful of the traffic and the safety of everyone involved in the operation. And this is us done. Okay, let's quickly get back to the farm. We're gonna take a bale or 2 to our sheep pen to give them the food they require. This is a bit of a longer trailer, so we have to be mindful going around tight bends, and we have to take a wider turns. So we did bring home 31,500 liters of hay, which is not too shabby. Could be better, but for the first cut I think it's quite okay. Okay, we do have a planter. Awesome, awesome, awesome. That means that we don't need to buy another one when we are going to go for the sunflowers. Which is awesome. And this in front, this machine is the seed maker. Okay, how much should we give to our sheep? Let's start with one bale and then see. Oop, gotta be careful not to impale myself. Okay, the feed is over here. So let's check. Okay, we could bring them a bit more. We don't want to have them at 0 health because they can die because of that. We do have that mod enabled, the animal losses. And if we allow that, we are just a bad farmer, and we only have 20 minutes left, which is not a whole deal. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna decrease the time limit, the time that passes each minute. The time scale, yeah, I was looking for that word. And we're gonna put this under a roof somewhere and go get a water bowser. I don't think we have a water tanker. Okay, we can turn off the beacons now. Over here is our bale shed. So let me see if I can reverse this in. Oh, it already took some bales. Okay, good. Okay, I did not realize I cannot drive into that shed. So let's do this. Okay. All the bales sorted. Yeah. We need to stop doing the silly stuff. And we can leave the tractor over here. And let's take the John Deere. That is over here. Yeah, so I said I'm gonna take the trailer. No, at a later date. Oh, so the John Deere doesn't have manual transmission. I did not. I remember that differently. Okay, awesome. Well, that's useful information to know for next time. Do we have the beacons? Yes, we have. Now let's get the water tanker. We're gonna take this one. It takes 6,000 liters. Okay. License plate. Let's randomize it. Okay, and buy. We are giving the lambs water. And this is where we're gonna leave with this episode. I do understand this was an episode recorded completely in the dark, so the evening, and I do apologize for that, but there was no other way around, because we did need to get that hay off the field. And we'll continue right over here in the next episode. Thank you for watching, I wish everything good for you, and see you next time. Bye bye.